Hi and welcome to the wrap-up of the Shannons Springtime Online Auction. This auction saw our teams operate in mostly a lockdown state, but they delivered an exceptional auction of 184 lots offered and spectacular results to match across all segments. We saw genuine interest from the opening day of the auction, with many of the number plates reaching their reserve prices and some vehicle lots attracting multiple bids early. On closing day, the bidding activity picked up, most lots reaching their full potential in the last minutes of the bidding and bid extensions. Overall, the spring auction produced one of the strongest results of the year, with $8.6 million in sales and a high clearance rate of 95%. Black and white New South Wales and Victorian number plates continued their popularity and trend with number plate collectors, producing some of the highest prices to date and $2.65 million in sales. The top price being $344,944 for Vic 247, followed by Vic 723 at $240,500 after 89 bids. The top four-digit result was $180,500 for Vic plate and birth year 1992 and $175,800 for Vic 8600, all plates attracting strong number of bids throughout the auction campaign. A great selection of 22 motorcycles in the auction produced some strong results, including $45,000 paid for this rare 1953 BMW R68 motorcycles after 24 bids. The collection of Kawasaki sports bikes also produced some great results, led by the 1971 Z1R Mark II 1000cc selling for $32,000, and then the H2C 750 sports bike sold for $27,500. Of the British bikes on offer, the No Reserve 37 AJS V-Twin delivered the best result, finishing at $30,500. Iconic Australian muscle cars produced some great results, with $301,000 paid for a three-owner 1968 Holden HK Monaro GTS 327 Coupe, the result of the final hour duel between determined rival bidders. Other top results for Australian-made cars included the $45,501 paid for a 78 Holden LX Torana SL hatchback in project condition, and also $50,000 achieved by a restored 68 Holden HQ Kingswood utility. The top-selling vehicle of the auction was an immaculate 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary coupe, which sold for $490,500 after late competitive bidding and triggering several bid extensions. Equally impressive was $146,000 paid for this gorgeous right-hand drive converted 1973 Citroen SM after strong bidding activity in the last minutes of the auction. Let's not also forget an Australian auction record of $80,500 achieved by the stunning red 1970 Mini Cooper S Mark II, and supporting these results with a $57,500 paid for the 1974 Citroen DS23 Palace and $39,500 for the green 1970 Mini Cooper S Mark II. British sports cars also produced outstanding results in the auction, with $66,500 paid for a 1962 MkII Mark I Roadster restored to Mark II specifications, $104,000 achieved by this gorgeous 1958 Austin-Healey 106 BN4 Roadster, and $57,500 for the beautiful 1955 Triumph TR2 Roadster, lovely little car. Three early air-cooled Porsches in the auction all produced great results, with a beautiful Australian-delivered 1971 911E 2.2 Sportomatic Coupe realising $225,500, and a 1969 911T Sportomatic Project brought an excellent $115,000, and the early four-cylinder 1965 912 Coupe sold for $93,000. It's a great result, and I mean, what a spectacular looking car. Mercedes-Benz SL models continued to post strong results in this auction, with the classic 1968 280 SL convertible selling for an impressive $189,000, 1998 SL 500 R129 bringing $72,000, and his gorgeous 2003 SL 500 low-K car exceeding its pre-auction high estimate and selling at $64,000. Amongst other good results for German cars, this beautiful Australian-delivered 1962 MkII Type 1 Coupe sold for $62,800 after some great bidding. And also the South African-delivered right-hand drive 1970 Carmen Beetle Cabriolet sold for $38,000. So a good result as well. And the 76 Combi camper van went $46,500. And a beautifully restored and on-trend Queensland-built Mayors Manx beach buggy, one of my favourite cars in the auction, achieved $35,000. A really good one for summer. Of the 9 Japanese sports cars, the surprise result was the $33,500 paid for this rare 1992 AutoZam AZ1 Turbo microcar that was expected originally to sell in a $16,000 to $22,000 range. Other great results are 2000 Mitsubishi Evo 6.5 Tommy Mackinnon and the Australian delivered Nissan Skyline R32 GTR, the one right behind me, each sold for $91,000 after last minute bidding activity, so great result for both those cars. The standout result of the classic American cars in this auction was the $256,000 paid for the right-hand drive converted 1968 Shelby Mustang GT500 Fastback, and also an excellent $130,000 for this beautiful 1960 Chrysler 300F Coupe, and the other car was $82,610 paid for the spectacular left-hand drive 61 Cadillac Series 62 convertible. That's our wrap up for our springtime online auction. Despite the lockdown, it was pleasing to see the great bidding activity and strong results overall of this spring online auction. Now the auction teams are now in the process of finalising entries for the upcoming 40th anniversary November auction, with this low mileage Testarossa being one of the early highlights of his sale. If you are considering selling a vehicle or a collection, please contact the Shannons auction team at shannons.com.au/auctions or head to the Shannons website to view the latest listings.